Catching up with Daylen Everette, defensive back for the Georgia Bulldogs here ahead of the Sugar Bowl semifinal. And what's this like, man? Kind of getting some extra time off here to kind of rest up because you guys were playing a bunch of overtime games there for a couple weeks.
Yeah, we were. It's a good chance to get our bodies back to recover, stuff like that.
Talk a little bit about that SEC championship game, making some big plays down the stretch and really getting that recognition for all the hard work you put in. But talk a little bit about that game because, man, you made some big plays.
Well, honestly, without the guys I have around me, none of that happened. So all the stuff that happened in that game, I couldn't have done that without them. So I always put my appreciation towards my teammates and everyone that believed in me and seen that. So,
how much goes into film study and all the work during the week leading up to the game and kind of recognizing tendencies and putting yourself in the right spot?
Really, it's a good tendency to have because, you get that extra prep. You get to prepare. You kind of get to know, get a head start on, what they're doing and stuff like that.
What's the extra time off like? Because talking with a couple of these guys today, they've said, man, we kind of needed it. I mean, we've been banged up all year at all kinds of different spots, but to have that rest and then extra time for preparation, I think it's got to be key, right?
I mean, just like you said, how much they say we need, they right. We need the recovery. We need stuff like that because it's a good chance for guys to get back healthy that we're a little banged up, so we got more. So we got people back and stuff like that. So
talk a little bit about this defensive back room because it feels like you guys you send guys to the NFL and it's next man up. What's this group been like this year, creating this bond and having that trust with each other?
It's a great room. I love the room I'm with. They all love to compete, so we all get each other better. They get me better because they're working and to help me get better and stuff like that. And just even off the field, we do stuff together all the time. Even after practice, we'll find a way to hang out somewhere off campus or something like that. It's like you'll pretty much see us together everywhere you go. And that's the type bond I really like to have with them. So.
Big topic. Obviously, everybody's focused on the quarterback, making the change from Carson to Gunner. But I think Kirby kind of said the only thing Gunner's lacking is the big game experience. He's got everything else. He's got all the talent. What have you seen from him throughout the year, practice and stuff, and that you guys know that he's ready to be the guy now?
I mean, just seeing he's a hard worker. He came in with my class, so I've seen him since his freshman year. He's a hard worker, and he continues to work hard, and he's finally getting his chance. So I have all the confidence in the world in him. I believe in him.
Talk a little bit about the running back room. Obviously, Trevor's been awesome for you guys, but a guy like Nate Frazier stepping up as a true freshman. You guys have been banged up back there, but it seems like those rotation of backs, it's always somebody stepping up and making plays.
We got a lot of young guys that are in that, especially in that room, that are really good. And when they get in, it shows. So it's really, you're not really missing a beat when the running backs get rotated.
Talking with Daylen Everette. Who's the toughest wide receiver to go up against in practice?
In practice, maybe like Kobe Young. Just he's a tall guy, big guy, and then another one I'd say like Nitro Tuggle. I'd probably say out of majority of the receivers, he maybe has the best releases off the line. So those guys, I love to compete against them because they get me better. So.
I love that you answer that because most DBs, when I ask, they're like, you don't want to name anybody because it makes it seem like, it takes a little shine off your side. I like that you said that, though, because it is a good group of guys. And, I mean, what have you seen from them in practice kind of – because chemistry is that big thing with the quarterback, but trying to develop that timing and everything with Gunner now?
Really just seeing – I mean, I'm on the defensive side, so I don't really see it as much because at the same time I'm really trying to defend him in practice, so we just going at it, so I don't really get to see that as much.
What's when we talk about your skill set, it feels like, man, even at times when maybe you might get beat, your recovery time, how much is that? Because as we see Kirby running up and down the sideline, we saw in the SEC championship game, of sticking with the play and sticking with your guy, where even if you get beat, you still have to make that play. You can't let the guy get loose. But it feels like even your recovery time, out of a break or whatever, you cover so much ground so quickly.
I mean, that's just something I've been trying to, get better with. My coaches and stuff, we try to work on that some. So.
What about getting your hands on footballs? How much of a key was that throughout this year? Because obviously turnovers can flip a game, but I mean you've been making some big plays here as of late. How much is the focus on getting your hands on balls, getting those tip balls, and getting those interceptions?
Well, a turnover, that's it's a big factor in the game. So we try to make sure that we get some. So whenever the ball comes our way, we just try our best to make the play.
All right. When Daylen Everette's not playing football, what are you doing?
When I'm doing probably playing video games or fishing or something like that.
You do the NCAA video game?
Yeah.
Did they have you properly rated in that or no?
I mean, yeah, it's a smooth rating, You know, I mean, it don't matter because, you know, I'll just go make myself a 99 or something like that. But, you know, it's fair.
Daylen, thanks so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.